Hi, everybody. We are here with episode 1 of our clone, I guess game 1 of our clones episode.
Send in the clones.
Send in the clones. This is Selwyn Stevens Croak. And I like the cute subtitle there, Amphibian Migration Simulation.
Yes, very cute. Very cute. This game looks pretty professional.
Yeah.
Now, do you know if this was a public domain game? Or?
This was a public domain game, and it was offered on a cover disc for, I believe, Amiga format.
Let's give it a whirl.
Yeah. So you can see that instead of things being totally a top-down thing, it's sort of a pseudo 3D look at these cars.
That's a weird bounce you got. No, that weird bounce noise.
Yeah, I wonder if that's Selwyn himself doing that. Bang. And, of course, you don't want to hit the spider. You want to avoid that.
What do you think of the flowery backgrounds back there? They're kind of busy.
Yeah.
They're pretty, don't get me wrong. But
well, when you're making a Frogger clone, I guess you've got to do everything in your power to sort of do something different.
You know what I like about a clone like this? Is like they didn't try to reinvent the wheel here.
Right.
Frogger's a tremendous game. You know,
it's
that's cool.
It's definitely not the abomination that Frogger 3D was.
Well, I mean, much like Worm, sometimes things don't go into 3D very well.
Yeah.
You know, you're a pretty good hand here, Bo.
Well, I like Frogger. I do miss the iconic Dixie soundtrack of the original game.
I will say I owned a Frogger. In fact, Frogger is amongst the first games I ever owned.
Really?
The funny thing about it is I never actually played it.
Never once?
No, and I'll probably mention this on, later. But basically, when I got to Lexington, I got the hunger.
Oh yeah.
To have games. Me and Brent had picked up a WrestleFest 4-player, and I was like, man, I've never really bought a game on my own. So I found a guy selling a truckload of games. There was like 5 games. They were all broken, and it was.
What was the total price for all 5 games?
I think I paid $8.50.
Okay.
You know,
not bad.
I believe
you were making the big money too in Lexington.
Well, I was making more money than I did after that for a good while. I believe the games I picked up were Super Cobra, Frogger, Shinobi, boy, I'm trying to think of the other ones. There were a couple more. There were a couple just generic cabinets. Oh, Moon Patrol was another one. But Moon Patrol, someone had painted the sides, stupidly. And so the first one I tackled was Frogger, and I looked at the board for Frogger, and the actual board was cracked.
Really?
If you can believe that. And so I'm a decent hand at soldering and running some LAN. Oh, I was a tough one there. And I managed to fix it. But then I found out that the monitor didn't work. And so I was like, I don't know anything about monitors. At the time, I was very leery of messing with monitors. I'd heard it's like, yeah, they'll kill you. And so I made a deal to sell that one. Kicked myself the whole time. I also sold Moon Patrol out of that batch.
Was the Frogger in good shape? Did it have the original bezel?
And... It was in okay shape. It was a. I'm trying to think what all it had. I wish I had pictures of this stuff, and I never took any.
I want to see something here. If you just do like a barely, there was a weird sound that happened. I was like, wah, wah, and I thought it was like if you have a near miss, you get that honking sound. So I was going to try and get another near miss here. Yeah, that's cool.
Very clever.
That's
I like
cool.
that. I like the selection of vehicles he's got down there. He's got a pretty decent
very
selection.
colorful.
I'm anxious to see if you can get past this if anything weird happens. That's tough, boy. If you get anywhere near the screen, that's you're done.
Yeah.
That's your frog butt.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and move on.
I'd say I give that the big thumbs up.
Yeah. So
that's impressive, and it's he did a good job, and the flourishes he added were pretty solid. So, yeah, thumbs up to that clone.
So we'll take a look at the original version next. All right, folks, we're back with the arcade version of Frogger.
Fired up, Boat.
So.
All right.
I don't know why I thought this was Dixie. Even on the show the other day, you started singing this, and I was like, that's not what you think it is.
Yeah, I told you.
I think isn't this deep in the heart of Texas?
No.
Again,
maybe it's a completely original effort.
it might be. See, you're smart. You do the last one first.
Let me get it out of the way. Guess I've never played this with the analog stick of a gamepad before. It's the first. Oh no! I just killed me and my
Stand by
wife.
for just a second. I'm gonna turn our volume up just a tad. All right, good.
Do 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 do. This classic tune. You hear this when you walk into the arcade. You know what's going on.
I wish that again, this is another example of, you know, you have a system as powerful as the Amiga, yet, you know, they didn't deem it important enough to have background music in a game. Ooh, good move there.
Cranked it up on me here.
Yeah.
Alright, honey. Come with me. Let me just show you my etchings.
Bam.
Whoop, whoop. This game gets quite difficult when the crocodiles make their appearance.
Yeah.
I think we can put this one to bed here. And...
Good move.
There it is. You know, comparing this with the one we just saw, you know, the Amiga version looks a lot better, to be honest with you. Whoops. Whoops, yeah, I got too greedy.
Well, it's also a full 15 years
well,
newer,
fair
too.
enough, yeah. You know what this thing had? First of all, like, we can't talk about Frog without that iconic Seinfeld episode.
Right.
A great episode.
Yep.
If you're not into Seinfeld, I can understand it's not for everyone, but the episode where poor George is trying to get that Frogger across the street with those bumbling idiots is a top shelf episode.
It is.
And but you know, something else that Frogger had, the wood grain cabinet. It was a shoot. It was a product of its era. You know, a beautiful game. Simple. How many games that are this good will have no buttons?
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Which makes it a lot of fun. I remember when this came out in the arcade, and I was like, man, they're gonna be hard pressed to get any better than this. I've said that so many times going to the arcades, like, man, this is the
top.
I remember thinking, look at the graphics. That looks like a frog.
Yeah.
For example, that was a big deal.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it's colorful. I mean, tons of colors on the screen.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Good game. But I will say, in terms of the cloning of this game, I approve. They get the Amigo seal of approval for doing a good job.
Awesome. All right, well, we'll be back with our next title. Hi, everybody. We are back with a little bit of either Rick James or MC Hammer, or both. They definitely got the rights to use this. I'm sure of it. This is Zoom, and this is a clone of the classic arcade game Amador.
I don't have a lot of experience with Amador. Now, is Amador the one where you have have mowed the lawn or paint stuff?
It's a game sort of like that. You're basically making squares, and we do need to slow down the CPU just a tad. And so let's see. I think it's F1 starts the level.
Ooh, pretty good effect, eh?
Yeah, yeah. And so what you're trying to do
nice.
is you're basically trying to make squares. And there are things that you can pick up. You've got to avoid the bad guys. And when you make a square, it turns colors.
I can know why you like this. It just occurs to me. This is Mr. Do-esque, right? This is like your
very
game.
Much like Do Run Run. Now, you don't have any offensive weapons per se, but you do have bombs that you can drop. And the bombs do slow down the bad guys. Oh, shoot. Now, this would be one of those games that would be a lot better if I had a 4-way joystick instead of using the analog stick.
Of course, no one's got one of those, really.
Yeah.
Unless you've got an arcade machine.
And my big problem on this game is just I always forget about the bombs. You really should use those to your advantage.
Explain how those work, is that
when you
hit your button?
Yeah, when you hit your button, you just leave a little bomb behind you, and see how it slows down those lips right there.
Yeah.
And I like the The sound effects are cool. They're very Marble Madness-esque. Kind of reminds me of Beatbox, too, that pinball machine.
What are you exactly?
You know, that's a very good question. I seem to be a little ball. A little sphere. Now, this was a public domain title, I believe, but it was released. It was not cheap. I think it was like $20 or something like that, or £20. But this is a game. I love these kind of games where you can just kind of zone out. You know, it's you're just making patterns.
So you can't do more than one square at a time.
Right. There's no real way to do it.
This seems incredibly difficult to me. Because you're good at these and you didn't get off the first screen.
Yeah.
Now,
So
Amador is similar, but it has different. Doesn't it have like different characters? Like, I mean, aren't you? I mean, if I'm thinking of the right game, we'll see.
Oh yeah. You're like a sort of a cow-looking thing. On Amador. But it's got kicking music. I mean, this is a really good package.
88.
Yeah.
Discovery Software.
They're kind of a big deal, right?
Aren't they the same guys that did Hybris?
Oh boy, I think you're right. I think you're right. So this this is a clone. It's not a direct clone.
They've taken the original and just tilted it.
Right.
Effectively.
They've even got. I wonder what competition mode is. So let's see what this is all about. I wonder if surely they don't have two people on the screen at once. Oh, they do. Okay, so I guess I'm playing against. Oh no, let's see. Do you have? Okay, we don't have the second joystick set up. So yeah, that is you could actually play two things at once. Let's see if we can set that up really quick, because that might be fun to try. Game ports and port 1. Okay, grab that. See if you can maneuver it.
Oh, sorry, I'm ready now.
All right. So this is awesome. I approve of anything that has, and your squares are purple, and my squares are blue. Okay, let's see. We're gonna start over.
All right.
And it's gonna be on.
I'm a square making son of a gun, sir.
Did you see my tagline for?
Uh-oh.
Well, thank you for MAME. Thank you for that.
That was me. I hit the green button. Clearly, an error in judgment.
Yeah.
Should I not hit that anymore?
You mean the Xbox button?
I hit the A button.
Oh yeah, don't. I don't know why that launched MAME, but you're already killing me here.
I am?
Oh wait a minute. Yeah, you're killing me. My squares are blue and yours are purple.
Why are you getting? Yeah, but you're making them.
No, you're making them.
I'm green.
Yeah, and your squares are purple. See how many purple squares there are?
Yeah, but I didn't make any of those.
Yeah, you did.
When?
You might not have noticed it, but you definitely did. Oh wait, maybe I'm wrong about that. I thought that was how competition mode worked.
Can I buy some drugs from you?
Don't forget about your bombs.
Yeah, but I'm afraid of hitting my button.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Haha, my plan comes out.
I don't need no freaking bombs, yo. Oh no. This is one strange, odd thing here.
It is.
Crap. Just ate something. I wonder if I can claim one of the squares you took.
Might be able to.
No, it wouldn't let me. Damn it.
All right. So this is Zoom.
Hey, listen.
Neat game.
Do 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 do.
All right. So we will be back with the arcade version of Amador.
This is Amador movement.
Yeah. So we're back with Amador. I guess he's a pig. I thought he was a cow, but I was wrong. So Aaron's going to show us how this is done. How much Amador experience do you have?
Very little, Boat. Very little.
Amador is one of those games.
I'm a gorilla on this stage. You know where I used to see, the first place I ever saw this, Starcade.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
This has got a kicking soundtrack.
Yes, it does.
So I think maybe you're right. Maybe after every Let's move this over so we can see our levels real quick. Maybe after every level, you change.
I did that. Oh, shoot. I meant to. You can see I'm not great at this. I know it's a stunner. It's a hard game. See? I mean, the daze that guy. Here, see if you can get better than I did. Because I know in the second, I know one level of this you're a gorilla, and one level you're a paintbrush.
Really?
Yeah, and one level I think you're the pig.
I thought there's another game where you're a paintbrush. Crush Roller.
I think you're a paintbrush on one of these levels. If you hit the button, it just kind of freeze for a minute. So don't expect a smart bomb to come out.
Oh, yeah.
See?
Yeah.
You can basically run under them. It's basically what that's for.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah. But I think you only get, I don't know how many of those you get to use.
3. It's your jump. I wish that there was a sort of Ladybug-esque, like, score multiplier somewhere on the board or something like that. That would make that
a little early.
Yeah.
And you have a good thing going here if you can take it home. This is like pack kicks.
Yeah. Again, it's got that Mr. Do or that Do Run Run-esque.
It is a similar feel to Zoom though. So obviously Zoom thought they'd give this a shot. And you're doing well.
Oh shoot.
Oh man.
You get 3 jumps per life though.
Old games are unforgiving, sir.
Yeah.
I want to do one more. Give it one more roll. Have you played this much?
No, I have this on the arcade machine, and every once in a while I'll fire it up, but I need to play it more. I really like this a lot. Yeah.
Here it is.
I just wanted to see if I could do it. So we'll try doing the exteriors first here.
The fire button is a interesting play mechanic that it takes some getting used to. Well, you're on your own now.
Yep.
Is your goal just to get as many dots as you can with one man and hope for the best?
Right.
Yeah.
And see, the dots, like, you don't really have to pay attention to the squares. If you get all the dots, the squares take care of themselves. That's the genius thing about this that wasn't in Zoom. So you're not really focusing so much on the squares as you are the dots. Oh, I thought I was going to be able to make that turn. I got 3 more jumps, though.
I think you can take it to the house now.
Oh!
Yeah, you stopped.
Well, I had to make that.
Come on, bud. I'd love to see you get this.
Man, you really got to time that right. Well, folks, this has been Amador. Yeah, it's a cool game. I'm going to have to play it more.
Which one? So what do you give the nod to on this? Is Zune as good as fun as this, you think? Or similar enough?
I like the power-ups in Zoom. I like but I like the music better in this. I'd say it's a toss-up.
See, Paint Roller?
Yeah, Paint Roller.
Yeah.
You're right. See, you got the knowledge when it comes to this. You're the player on even stages.
That's it. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I knew it was. Again, the only reason I know anything about this is from Starcade.
And I guess the tracer follows your movement, kind of like the Red Ghost in PacMan, and then the other Amadors just kind of went around. Now that's kind of interesting the way the score is too. You get more points the bigger the. No, that's not the way it is either. I don't know how the scoring works in this. See how each block is worth a different amount of points?
Yeah, it's strange.
Yeah.
I guess that's a set path in every level.
Yeah, so this is a real
good luck memorizing that, eh?
Yeah, it's deeper than it appears.
It seems like you're to finish the level, you're gonna get all the score anyway.
Yeah. So I don't know, it's cool. But anyway, we'll be back with my third clone game in just a second. Hi everybody. Welcome to our third clone game. This is Classic PacMan. As you can see, this is the unregistered version of the Classic PacMan.
Come on, are you cheaping out on this guy? You're not going to pay the registration?
Yeah, so I guess this is going to have flashing screens. We're just going to have to deal with that. What do you think about that? It's kind of neat.
Now,
we got some options here. Arcade, easy, very easy.
What can you change there? On Classic, are there other choices?
PacMan Plus.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay.
Maybe we should let everybody knows what PacMan is. Maybe we should do PacMan Plus.
Well, let's have a look at PacMan,
Okay.
and then we'll look at that.
That sounds good.
Now, you know, of course, this is a pretty worn tale at this point, but you know why they changed the name from PacMan to PacMan in the US?
They were afraid that vandals would scratch part of the P off.
That's absolutely correct. And they were right, because that would have happened instantaneously.
So this is your classic. So far, I mean,
Wow,
this
looks good.
Yeah.
The ghost looks sharp. The maze looks good. They're very clever the way that they implemented the maze. How's it feel?
Oh, it feels great.
It's another game that would benefit from a 4-way stick.
But it totally feels like the real deal.
See, I like when guys go through and try to do it right.
Yeah. This is...
Oh
boy.
Let's see if a normal strategy would work to get rid of these guys. And it looks like you did get a little space there. I can't remember any of my patterns from back in the day.
Did you know some?
I did know some. I knew some. I still know some for Super Pac. Super Pac-Man is my favorite Pac-Man by a long stretch. My brother is the Pac-Man. He's real good. When Brent was young, he had Pac-Man stuff. Like my kid now likes Pokemon, all right? That's his thing. Kids like Pokemon. Well, Brent was like that for Pac-Man. Pac-Man trash can, Pac-Man bed sheets, Pac-Man curtains, Pac-Man everything. He loved Pac-Man. And so he got good at it. And he's a real whiz at Miss Pac-Man. That's his game.
And now it's pretty much universally recognized that Ms. Pac-Man is the superior sort of version of your classic Pac-Man.
Well,
right?
it came out later. The guys had the benefit of hindsight when they put it together. It's got multiple mazes. It's got, the music's better. It was additional hardware.
Now, does this have, does normal Pac-Man, I can't honestly remember, does this have the cinemas in between the cutscenes?
It's funny. We know everything after this. I don't think this has any cinemas.
Why don't you play a little bit?
It was never a good hand. Also, the analog stick on this gamepad is not the worst.
No, it's not the worst. And I play, most of the time when I play Pac-Man now, I play Pac-Man Championship Edition DX.
Which I've got one of the earlier Pac-Man Championships. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's very, very good.
Really, they could have not put all that extra graphics and stuff in there, and it still would have been a good game. They did a good job. Let's see if we can kick some butt here. Down a little too soon, didn't I?
I'm looking at now the high score font, or the font on the numbers, I think is a little different than the arcade. But when we look at the arcade,
I think the reason is because it's just like the ghosts look a little different. It's because they're smoother.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem. It's actually
right.
The,
it's
the
actually
resolution
advanced,
is just nicer. See, actually,
same. Yeah.
Just in time, eh?
Yeah.
We'll get past this board and see if anything weird happens.
Okay.
I'm impressed. I'm real impressed with this. This is, it feels good.
All right.
Okay.
Good work.
Thank you.
Okay, so they
it did have them. How stupid are we? I just couldn't remember you. I knew it,
well,
and you said something.
I'm so
like,
used to Miss Pac-Man,
yeah.
and I knew it was in there.
The sound is perfect.
Yeah.
As it should be. And then we're back.
All right, so we'll go ahead and check out the other
Pac Plus.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at that. That is top shelf, I will say.
So, oops. PacMan Plus.
I wonder what the before you click on that, go down to shareware details and see if the shareware comes with any other. Wow, I'm really glad we came here now.
Yeah. A check for $6.50. Senior check, and I'm sure that's his home address.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's just how they did it.
Listen to
back
that
then.
tune.
Yeah. That's very Amiga.
I wonder if this fella is still rocking.
You know what
and
this
rolling.
is? You know this tune? If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard.
How appropriate.
Yep. They'll feather on the roof.
Beautiful. Love it.
All right.
Pac-Man Plus it.
Here we go.
Now, my experience with Pac-Man Plus is 0, but I'm guessing, now is this Pac-Man, the ghosts are smiling. What's the scoop on Pac-Man Plus?
Maybe Pac-Man Plus was, maybe because
there was
you couldn't
one.
do the patterns anymore. Maybe there are different mazes.
Whoa, look at that.
Oh, there's that thing.
Okay, this is something I think this is his own device.
Yeah, this might not have been in the arcade.
Well, there was a Pac-Man Plus, I believe. But, the ghost grinning that makes him more sinister than he normally would.
I wonder if Pac-Man Plus was the ROM hack that eventually became Ms. Pac-Man.
No. Miss Pac-Man came from a game, I believe it was called it was a really stupid name. It was like Otto something or another.
I know what you mean,
Yeah. I want to say Evil Otto, but that's the guy from Berserk. But that Midway got window. I was like, yeah, we're just going to move you guys in here. Good move, Midway.
Yeah,
they made a lot of money.
All right, so this is Pac-Man Plus. We won't spend a lot of time with it. We'll be back with Pac-Man in the arcade. All right, folks, we are back with
PacMan.
So this is the original Japanese with the vastly superior names. I always wanted to call the orange thing Guzuta.
Poor Pinky. I always like the fact that the ghosts have real names. Then they have nicknames.
Right.
They couldn't just include. It's like when the Japanese are obsessed with putting the character's blood type into things.
I want to make sure that our level is not too high here.
Hey, our levels can't get high enough as far as I'm concerned. Whatever that means. This looks great, doesn't it? It looks just like Pac-Man because it is.
Yeah. Now this does look better. This does look better than Pac-Man Plus. It runs faster. It runs smoother. I guess even in the 90s, the original arcade hardware was still superior.
Well, it also was built to play this one game.
I want to say, too, that the Japanese version of Pac-Man, I think this is running faster than the U.S. version. Don't quote me on that, but it does seem like the original version of Pac-Man is really chugging
Nice.
along.
Nice work, eh? You're on fire, bro. Talking about Miss Pac-Man earlier, do you think, given the success of Miss Pac-Man, really the Pac-Man franchise, I don't think would be as far along now as if it wasn't for that? That really sort of made the dynamic.
Oh, yeah. Well,
not just the game, just her character being in there,
I mean, she was the first woman in video games, pretty much. The first feminine character in video games. Now we look at that and say, well, that's stereotypical, gender bias.
We've gotten very stupid over the years.
Right. But at the time, I'm sure girls thought, hey, it's cool, it's a girl. There's not many girls in video games. And, but, yeah. Pac-Man is really iconic. I mean, it's probably the most iconic arcade game. Just bar none. If you ask somebody to name an arcade game that doesn't play video games, 9 times out of 10, I tried to turn there and I was not able to. It's going to be Pac-Man. Do you agree or disagree?
Sure. It's like there are certain things, like name a boxer, Muhammad Ali, name a wrestler, Hulk Hogan, name a video game, Pac-Man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Donkey Kong has edged up, and so has Mario. But I'd say amongst the cross section of everyone.
Yeah, and especially if you'd say name an old stand-up arcade game.
Although I will say my son, I should say. We were watching something last night on TV, and it mentioned Hulk Hogan. My son was like, "Who's Hulk Hogan?"
Oh, sure.
That was stunning to me. I was like, wow.
But you asked, I'm sure that a lot. How old's your kid? 7?
Uh-huh.
I'm sure a lot of 7-years can't name any wrestlers. Yeah, because wrestling is not what it was.
Muhammad Ali, or any. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So it's tough to get used to that.
But for middle school kids, John Cena has replaced Hulk Hogan.
He knows him.
And I think everyone would agree that John Cena is a better worker than Hogan, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was trying to make you upset.
I
was
know.
expecting you to say, hell no!
Don't make me think.
All right, so this is PacMan. We're going to take a
PacMan.
We're going to take a quick look at PacMan Plus just to see what the difference is on if it's the same or different.
You know how many times I've almost bought a baby PacMan? I mean, it's happened over and over. Speaking of PacMans, I've got the baby PacMan back glass at the house.
If you look right, oh no, I've got PacMan Jr. behind you.
All right, let's see if these guys are grinning. All right, now again, I don't remember this at all, so let's see what the differences were.
Okay.
It looks similar.
Yeah. So this is sped up even more than PacMan.
Did PacMan Jr. or did it feel or PacMan Plus? Did it feel sped up the one you were playing before that?
So, I don't know because you're confusing multiple things. We haven't played PacMan Plus.
Okay. No, we did on the
we played
on the
on the
ED
Amiga.
game.
Okay. Yeah. So that didn't feel any faster.
Okay, that's what my question was. Now, you notice in this game, I do recall this the little flag. I don't know what's going on there.
And the Coca-Cola there. Oh, that's weird. So when you grab that, it makes all the ghosts turn invisible.
That's not good.
No, I don't like that at all.
You can see how these Pac-Man games generally their sequels didn't do that well. I don't think. For one thing, you can only play so much Pac-Man.
Right, and by this time the world had moved on past these simple maze games.
That's one thing I liked about Super Pac-Man. I mean, it really took it to a different.
Is that the one with
the
gates and the keys?
That's
and everything?
right. And Pac-Man got huge. You could go through, and it was real fast.
Yeah,
I like that.
It really reminded me of. We made this comparison twice. Ladybug. The way that the gates work in Ladybug, and I think Ladybug's a superior game. But
I disagree with that. I know you love some Ladybug. Don't get me wrong.
It's deep. It's deep in ways.
Did you not find a Ladybug clone on here? I'm sure.
I should have searched. Maybe we'll do that.
I didn't see one that was a Ladybug clone, but some of the names are way off. So. But this looks like a faster, weirder Pac-Man, basically.
Yeah. So we'll leave this now, but. PacMan, the Amiga version is solid. It's just not quite as fast.
That was a pretty good run of clones there, I think,
Yeah.
Bud. Overall, I think those are some good choices.
Yeah.
It's totally random, right? But they were good. You did a good job.
Well, thank you. And in a couple episodes, you'll have your own clone episode.
And you know they're rock solid.
I know they are. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Adios.